Hi everyone, good morning. It's Margaret Manning here. Welcome to 60 and Me. I hope that you are having a wonderful day wherever you are in this amazing world of ours. I have started mine. I got up quite early this morning and I've already had a couple of cups of tea, but this is my Twinings green tea that I'm having right now. And I really enjoy green tea and I enjoy my cup of tea in the morning. Hope that you do too. So I hope you got a cup of tea or coffee, sit down, have a chat today about some things that might be of interest to you. And I wanted to start though by telling you a story. I got an email a couple of days ago from one of our followers, and she was really sweet. She was actually apologizing to me for not having been online and interacting with the articles and the stories. And she apologized and she said, there's some just really big things happening in my life right now, just things that are causing me a lot of concern, and I just have to give it all my energy. This is my right now the important thing in my life. And talking about what scarves to wear or how to apply makeup is just at the bottom of my list of things to think about. And so I totally understood that. And of course I wrote back to her and I explained, that here in 60 and Me, we talk about a spectrum of things. We talk about healthy aging, about how to age in a way that's going to give you strength to do all those things you want, like these important priorities. How to exercise, nutrition, supplements, things that you really need to know about. Also, financial security, things that you need to do in your life to be able to live within your means and to make that transition to retirement. And also we write about things that are a little frivolous: makeup, beauty, fashion, style. But I think in a way, the more I thought about it as I was chatting with her, was that these are the articles that help you to define who you are. When you talk about scarves or style or accessories or your makeup, in a way it's just helping you to choose the type of woman that you want to be. The priorities that you have in your life. So in a way, they serve a very, very valid purpose. And I hope you don't, think that that's all we do. I mean, I know if you look on the website, we do articles every day, on all kinds of topics: caregiving, retirement, where to live in as you get older, downsizing, all kinds of cool stuff. Anyway, and by the way, we're always open to your suggestions. But I think when you look at articles on fashion and makeup, you might think, well, maybe not a priority. So when I saw this article today, it reminded me of what people might be thinking. But it's by one of our bloggers, her fabulous blogger called Doreen Dove. Now, Doreen is a stylist, so her passion is clothing and fashion. And she wrote an article called 25 Tips for Shopping for the Perfect Handbag. And I thought, great, that 25 tips. I don't think I have 25 tips for anything, but what could you possibly ask yourself when trying to buy a handbag? For me, it's really simple. I buy something that is basic black. It's something that has lots of compartments. It's something that's small enough to put over my shoulder. And, I actually have very, very simple tastes in handbags. But there are some people that from the age of 16 have just had this huge addiction to handbags and accessories that are more than just something to carry your wallet and your tissues and comb. They actually are a reflection of you, who you are, and you carry it every day. So it's got to be versatile and comfortable and, again, be a statement about yourself. So she gives some ideas, things to talk about, and some questions to ask yourself. Now, handbags are kind of a go-to for everything. I mean, some people like a huge slouchy one that they can just stuff things into. Other people like very, sort of designer, angular shapes that are more artistic. And then some, as I said, like me, like just the practical handbag that's got lots of place for everything so you can find it quickly and not be digging in there. So that's how it is, though. We are all uniquely wonderful and different. So some questions to ask yourself from Doreen is, where do you carry it? Do you carry it all the time? Like, I don't have a car, so I'm always on trains, so I like a bag that I can slip under my feet, or I can put by the side of me. So my bag's really small, and so that's where do you carry it? Second thing is, do you need it for shopping? Do you use your one bag to put those few little things that you buy, you know, the little piece of, piece of jewelry or a little, something, item of food? Do you like a bag that you can stick that into? So sort of how do you use it? And then the other thing is, what is your style? Like we were describing, are you a very simple, practical, down-to-earth woman who likes maybe one bag? Or do you like something that's an accessory, that makes a fashion statement that says, this is who I am. I've got a black dress on and I'm wearing a hot pink bag and it says who I am. I think that's important. And I think the other thing to ask yourself is, do you change your clothes with the season? Do you, for example, live in a place where there's distinct seasons where you put on a big coat in the winter? So do you need a bag that can fit over your shoulder or that can, basically be all seasons? Or do you pack up your sweaters in the summer months and have a whole new, sort of palette of accessories that you use? So the final thing to ask you is, how much do you carry? Do you carry the kitchen sink or do you carry just the very, very basics? So when you've got those questions kind of floating around in your mind, then you can then start to hone in on the choices. And one for me is handles. Now I always, because I'm traveling and I'm security focused a lot, I always buy a handbag that's got like an adjustable handle. I never carry a handbag, with little handles. Even when I go out in the evening, I have one little gold bag that I wear and it still fits over my shoulder. So handles, if you're large-breasted, which I can say I'm not, but if you're large-breasted, Doreen just says, don't put those bags over your boobs, that sort of slip in between them. It just, in her opinion, and it's just Doreen's opinion, doesn't look so good. And if you're, if you're going to try it on with different coats, make sure it doesn't sort of push up and get under your arm so it's uncomfortable. And just make sure that your handles, again, suit your lifestyle. A lot of bags today have handles and also a kind of a removable long strap that they can wear. So that's one thing to be sure about, that the handle is the right style for you. Then the size. Now, these are fashion tips here. So she's suggesting that if you're going to buy a bag, if you're a tall woman, you can actually wear a sort of a big bag, and you can wear something that's kind of more slouchy, and your body height can take that. But if you're a shorter person, her advice is not to buy a huge, cumbersome bag, but to maybe choose something that's a little bit more angular or just a smaller size to match your body perspective. So that's something. And if it's too big, you can pile in more stuff, and you normally do. So if you're a little bit of a pack rat, you like to store everything in your bag, just be aware that if you're short and very petite, that's going to kind of overbalance you. So something to, And she says that the right handbag, the right color or the right shape can actually take years off the way you look. Now, I don't quite know what that means, but I think it means that, you maybe walk with a little bit straighter, a bit more of a jaunt, and it doesn't make you feel hunched over. You're walking proud. But I'm not big on stereotypes about taking years off of your life. I think it's honestly your attitude. It's how you walk, whatever size bag you've got. But anyway, Doreen does say that it can help you feel more put together. Now, color. For me, this is super simple. It's black. Actually, that's not true. I have a peachy colored, like a salmon color bag that I fell in love with because of its shape. It was just a really lovely little purse, and I wear that in the summer. But most of the year, even the summer months, I wear a black bag, just black. And it's got a little pocket in the front where my phone goes, because I don't know about you, but I'm always thinking I've forgotten or lost my phone. And if I can just slowly reach down while I'm anywhere and just feel it there, I'm good. I don't want to have to be hunting through my bag for my phone. I have it in a separate little pocket. So that's one thing. Also, though, as I said before, a pop of color is brilliant. I have a friend in the States. I think she must have 50 bags, and she just loves handbags. And she really does almost have a bag for every shoe, because she's also a shoe person. But the colors are important, and she'll think nothing of wearing a bright yellow handbag or turquoise or coral, any color, because that's just her. That's her message to the world. She loves it. Now, in terms of the structure of a bag. Now, this is what she says to do, and I actually do this on a regular basis. Do you? Maybe you've got a different technique. I do actually dump my bag out. I just tip it out, and everything flies all over the place, and then I start organizing. So, she says that to line up your bag according to the absolute essentials, things that you must have in your handbag. So your wallet and your phone. To me, that's pretty much it. Maybe a tube of lipstick. That's about all I need as an essential. Then there's the things like everyday. And this could include your glasses, a comb or a brush. It could include maybe a little makeup touch-up, or it could include, what else? I know what I carry. I always carry a little cold sore cream. I don't know why I get them quite a bit, but as soon as I feel a little tingle, I put this cold sore cream on my face, and it really does help it to go away. So I hardly go anywhere without my little cream. What else? Just things that you use every day. You know what they are: keys, pens. Actually, keys might go in the essential pile. But there's the things like a pen or a notebook that you just make. Those are the everyday things you need. And then finally, you want to make sure that you're zipped up for safety, that you've got a bag, in my case, it has a zip on 2 places, so you can put those things that are super important to reach quickly, and then those things that you just need to dig in and find when you can't, when you need them. And of course, the quality is a big thing now for Doreen. Doreen is of the school, if you're going to wear a bag every day of your life, that it's worth paying the money for it. And she uses this analogy, this cost per wear. And if you take a $200 handbag and you say you're wearing it every single day of the year for 10 years, that's like 3 cents a wear. I don't know what it turns out to be, but it's low. So that's important to actually make sure that if you see a bag you love and you're going to wear it, and you're one of these high-use one-bag women, go for the quality. And in fact, Doreen would say go for quality anytime you can afford it. And I would say that too. But I don't think I've ever spent more than $100 on a bag, except a suitcase or maybe a backpack. But I just don't see, for me, it doesn't work. But if you're into fashion and you really want the quality, don't be afraid to pay for it. And also make sure that you're buying quality in terms of stitching going to last. And there's maybe grommets on the bottom, so when you put it down, it doesn't get all wet and yucky. Anyway, those are the things that Doreen says you need to think about when shopping for that perfect handbag. Okay, so maybe that wasn't of complete relevance to everybody, but I think carrying a bag is pretty important for most women. I know I would be lost without mine, and I hope that you have found these tips useful. And if you've got any thoughts about handbags, things you've learned over the years, because we've had 50 some years of experience, please leave it in the section below. Let's have a conversation. It's really important that we use this time together to share and to be friends. And I'm really, really happy to see all of you here every day. I love reading the comments. It just makes me so happy and proud to see how you're connecting with one another. And so let's just use today's to talk about something a bit fun and frivolous, talk about fashion. So the question is, do you have a favorite handbag? And if you do, what do you love most about it? Do you have a favorite handbag? And what do you love about it? Okay, everyone. Well, I hope that you have a really wonderful day wherever you go, and take your handbag with you. And I really appreciate you being here, appreciate your comments, and let's have a conversation about handbags. Take good care. I'll see you all again really soon. Bye-bye for now.